I am super jazzed that you've been reading our book study inspiration, The Future Is Now. And if you can give us a little insight into how reading that book continued to sharpen your presentation, because I know you had a quick name change as a result of moving through that experience.
Not only a quick name change, a whole change in our thinking about this, because we were doing distributive leadership, and we wanted to think about how do leaders really engage their staff or their teachers, whatever, and really get them excited about problem solving or new initiatives. And so we were on one track, and then we read this book, and that really just changed our thinking. It's very exciting, and I think it's going to make for a wonderful conference. And so ours is using radical optimism for problem solving. And so we start with one of the aspects of the book, unreserved openness.
Yeah.
Like, as a leader, are you willing to find out what concerns your staff have? What do they care about? Instead of just going in and telling them, this is what I want, listening. And then, of course, the habit is listening with understanding and empathy, among others. And then we went from that to compulsive curiosity, and the idea that, are you going to question your assumptions? Because you may have an assumption here that's working, and asking questions, using the questioning and posing problems to look at those assumptions and think about, is there something I'm missing? Is there something that really is part of my story and my bias that's holding me back from really thinking about this in the best way possible? And by listening to others and using listening with empathy and understanding, and then working on our assumptions, that brings us to getting more deeply into what really matters here. What do we really want to tackle? And then this is my favorite, perpetual experimentation.
Yeah.
And the idea that people are willing to take risks when they know that it's small chunks, and if we fail, it's not a big deal. And so often administrators have, this is the goal, this is where you have to be, and if you don't get there, it's a disaster. And people are struggling, it's not working, and everybody's getting frustrated. Whereas if you do it, and we did it even with the habits, try it for a month. We came out with a plan, try it for a month. How did it work? Let's come back and talk. What was really effective? What was the best way to go? What didn't work? What do you want to change? How should we adjust this? And then, so it's bits and pieces, and it's this constant repetition of try something small, look at it, examine it, and then move on to the next step. So we have a series of activities that we're going to take people through to try to help them to understand how this all works. So we're pretty excited about it.
Liz, that sounds fantastic. And again, I'm that the book, The Future Is Now, is really one of the heartbeats and inspiration. The author was a Google evangelist, so you can start to see like he is really focusing on innovation across international organizations in every sector. But at the
Mhm.
same time, the heartfeltness about the idea around radical optimism is that we can make small, smart steps that make the world a better place right now. And so the idea is having a bent towards optimism, the idea that we have a bent towards an active orientation, as opposed to the world swallowing us.
Yes.
We actually can continue to sort of dust ourselves off and say, wherever we are right now, we can actually embrace the realities and begin to move into better places with our students, our school community, as part of the problem solving, but also the connection and community that we're building.